Hello my friends and welcome back to my channel. My name is Tiffany and in today's Sunday Reset, we are putting my house back together after having the flu. It is Sunday. Today is the first day since last Wednesday that I washed my hair. I just made myself a cup of coffee and it's time to clean and like disinfect my house. I actually have my laundry, my sheets and bedding and everything in the washing machine now. My house has literally fallen apart in the week that I've been sick. God bless my family. They tried, but with one whole person down, a person who does a ton in the house, let's be honest, it's hard to stay on top of all of that stuff. So we've got a ton of stuff to get done today. I am ready to Lysol all the things, clean all the things. My kitchen is falling apart. We're just gonna kind of work our way through the house on a normal Sunday. Some of this might be repetitive because you see me clean these things all the time, but that is, you know, what happens when we live here and we have to clean all of these things. So sorry, I just got distracted. We are in the middle of a snowstorm on top of everything. We've gotten a ton of snow over the last like 12 hours. Not even, but that's been a lot of, no, I guess it has been 12 hours. I guess it's been, yeah, probably closer to 18. Ryan and I last night slept together in my bed because Danny was in Jersey with my daughter for Dance Moms. And I was supposed to go to that, but didn't because I was sick. So I was so bummed. So Dan's dad had to, you know, step into play. He was coming anyway, and our daughter's a junior. She's going to be 17 in next month. So she really does it all by herself. He's just there to pay the bills and drive the car, but which she could technically do that herself too. But so he slept with me last night to keep me company, and we just laid there watching out the window, waiting for the snow. And it started to come down pretty heavily before we went to sleep, and we knew we woke up it would be a winter wonderland, and it is. The boys have been outside building snowmen and igloos and just having the best time. So Danny is finally home with Michaela, and he's out there. He's going to shovel some things out and use a snow blower. Then him and the boys are going to head over to his parents to take care of their driveway and get that all done and salted and everything. So just, you know, a beautiful snowy day. This is like the best. If you live anywhere where it snows, I'm sure you agree. Winter is not winter without a beautiful snowstorm. So happy that it's beautiful and snowing outside, and I'm ready to just get my house back in order. It did wind me getting ready, like getting fully dressed in hair and makeup. So I am feeling a little bit like ugh already, but I'm gonna try to get some stuff done. If I gotta take some breaks in between, I will, but definitely want to get the house back in order and just Lysol down before we go back to school tomorrow. So if you're here for it, grab yourself a cup of coffee or some warm drink, one that warms you from the inside out, and let's get started. I do just want to mention that I did already get our groceries yesterday and put those away. I did put in my grocery order early, a day early, just because I knew the storm was impending and I was worried that the delivery person would not be able to get down the driveway. And I'm glad. I wouldn't want to put them like in, you know, a bad position. So let's talk about meals this week since I already did the groceries. But I also have to sit down and like map out what our week looks like. I know we have a busy week. Tomorrow I have a staff meeting. Michaela has a student council meeting and an honor society meeting. So I don't know how she's gonna make that work. So we're gonna do a pot roast tomorrow. We've also got, Ronan has play practice tomorrow. Tuesday, we're gonna do broccoli cheddar soup since it's supposed to be, you know, just a chilly week. There's possibility of snow again on Tuesday. On Wednesday, we're gonna do loaded quesadillas. That's just basically a quesadilla with chicken and, you know, all the good fixings inside. Wednesdays are busy. Ronan also has play practice again that day. Every night, Michaela has dance. I've got a nail appointment that day, which I hope I don't have to cancel because I've canceled my last two because I was sick. And then Thursday, we're just gonna do leftovers. We've got a doctor's appointment at 4:15 and it's just gonna be a busy night. So we're gonna do leftovers that night, clean out the fridge. On Friday, I have supper club, and I already got the girls to agree for me to bring you along with me. So I'll introduce you to everybody, give you a home tour over at Sandy's. She has a beautiful house, and we'll take you along for that. So everybody else will be doing pizza that night. And then Saturday, I promised my children that I would make orange chicken for them for dinner. That's a weekend meal because it takes a long time to, fry all that chicken in the wok. But I would have done it tonight, but I definitely do not have it in me to clean and cook some big meals. So tonight we're going to be doing spaghetti, which is simple. I actually might do penne alla vodka, just because I have prosciutto. I think I have prosciutto that I need to use. So I actually might do that. I might do penne alla vodka, just because everybody likes that. And it actually is easy. It sounds like it's not, but you just have to make it early enough and let it kind of simmer for a while. But we have everything we need for that. So we might make that. Just changing it up and going on the fly. This feels really nice on my throat. My throat has been really sore because my sinuses are all swollen. And so when I sleep at night, I've been breathing through my mouth. And so I wake up and my throat has been sore. That has not been enjoyable, but I think that's enough for this vlog that I'm doing here. And I think it's time now to get to filming. So now for real, let's get to cleaning up this house. I'm going to give you a real life look at how the house is looking right now. It is looking pretty sad. It's actually not that bad. It's just messy. Needs to get cleaned up. It's really not that terrible. I've got clothes lined up here on the chairs, and that's because I'll put them there to dry. But yeah, we've got clothes that need to get put away. Danny spent a couple of nights out here on the couch while I was sick so that he didn't get sick. So definitely just need to put away like blankets and things like that. And then I do have recyclables over here to go out. And then I asked the kids to just pile up their laundry in here. So that is what's been happening. I did wash my blanket and sheets already. I mentioned that. This is what I washed them in. Laundry sanitizer. So I'm hoping, this kills any bacteria. It says that it kills cold and flu viruses. So hopefully that's what happens. And it says it doesn't have any bleach. So hopefully that doesn't mess anything up. I also got some more OxyClean. I have been without for a while, but I need to clean my cabinets and I love to wipe them down with OxyClean. So I am going to get some of that. But let's go ahead and flip over this laundry. We'll get more going. The laundry room is kind of fallen apart. So I need to clean this up. Anybody find candy wrappers in their kids' pockets like this? This is the stuff that comes out of the dryer because my children eat candy when they go to school or go, to Mimi's house. Oh, but look at all this mess. Stuff I need to clean up. It is a hot disaster in here, so let's just get to cleaning. Of course, the first thing we're going to do is flip over the laundry and make sure we have this going in the background. This is always a game changer for me. I try to just have something going all the time. I'm taking my 11-year-old son's clothes out of the dryer and handing those to him so he can fold those and get those put away. And I'm going to move all of my sheets and my duvet cover into the dryer to get those nice and toasty. Next up, we're going to move here into the kitchen and we're going to get some things put away. As I mentioned, I had already grabbed my groceries because I was nervous they wouldn't be able to deliver in the snow. And as you saw, they definitely would not have been able to come down my driveway. So just going to get everything put away and we'll get the kitchen cleaned up. As I mentioned, I had been sick for a good solid 3 days, like not get out of the bed sick. And here we are a week later, and the rest of my family is slowly but surely picking up something, and I'm stuffy again. Does anybody feel like this has been the worst season for getting sick? I feel like this year has been the absolute worst for my family. We just cannot catch a break. It's one person after the next, and it appears to be just different viruses because we're sharing it with each other, and it's just terrible. I do not like not feeling well. I do not like being down for the count. So I'm not a very good sick person. Either is Danny. We're always up and moving. I try really hard when I'm sick to stay quarantined to my bedroom so I don't spread it to my family. But apparently it just doesn't matter. They're going to find it somewhere anyway. So do you guys find that for you too? Somebody mentioned in my previous video that I'm always sick, and it does feel like that this year. But I promise I'm really not. This is just that time of year. When you work in a school, this is what happens. Everybody's got to come to school. They've got to come to work. They don't want to miss a bunch of days. And so unfortunately, people come sick. So I am considering starting to wear a mask again just to help eliminate some of the germs that are coming into my house. But man, what a year it has been so far. While I was cozy inside getting things done, Danny was outside using the snowblower to work on the snow. As you can see there, we had about a foot of snow or so. It was really, really compacted and there was just a ton of snow. I feel bad that he had to be out there taking care of that, but I'm super thankful that he was. The next morning, he went over with the boys to my in-laws' house and took care of their driveway and their stairs. It's super fun though. I love the snow. It didn't last for long. We had it for about a day or two and then we had a big rainstorm and it all went away. It was such a bummer, but it is beautiful while it lasts. last week ended up being a super busy week between things we already had scheduled and things that just kind of popped up here and there. And I was super glad to have it done. We had a supper club on Friday and it was super fun. I did bring you along for a portion of that video. I did put the camera away at a good, for the majority of the night, but I did go over early so that I could give you a little tour of my friend Sandy's house. Her house is just so beautiful. So I can't wait for you guys to see that and just see a different space. It's fun for you to see, other homes. My neighbors, my friends, they all joke that, I should come over and help them decorate their houses. So if you're watching, I would tell me what you guys think. If you think it would be a good idea for me to go help my neighbors, either like move decorations that they already have or, do shopping and redecorating, things like that. Would you like to see other houses besides mine? Would you be interested in that? I think it could be fun and fresh and give you, somebody else's house to see besides just mine. So let me know what you think. I have seen other YouTubers do things like this and it does seem like a lot of fun, but I'm curious to hear what you guys think about those options. Sometimes I ask myself why I'm such a masochist when I will completely clean the kitchen. It's completely done. It looks gorgeous. Magazine can come and take a picture right now. But now I need to make dinner. Why didn't I just make dinner and then do it? You guys can probably hear my dishwasher in the background. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get dinner started. That's gotta simmer for a while. We're gonna finish cleaning off the dining room table. I gotta get the coffee bar cleaned up and restocked. I desperately need to vacuum. There's so much schmutz on the ground, so I need to vacuum. I did pick up the laundry room a little bit off camera. And then I need to wipe down this bathroom in here. It's really bad. And then I need to do my bedroom and bathroom, but I'm probably gonna do that later tonight. Like Danny and I will tackle that together and I'm not gonna film it just because I don't want to. And honestly, I just don't feel like editing all of that footage, but let's get dinner started. I'm gonna make penne alla vodka. I am not going to go through the recipe like while I'm cooking. However, I do have a cook with me with this recipe. So I will link that for you down below. And I thought about this when I was editing last week's Sunday Reset that if there are recipes that I can link for you in the description box, like, because I typed out our meal plan in the description box, I'm gonna do that again this week. And if there are recipes that I can link for you, I will. Even if there's cook with me's that I can link for you, I will. Sometimes I'm in such a rush to get those videos up that links schminks, who has time? But I'm gonna make every effort to link stuff for you because I know how helpful that is. And I use links every single day to purchase things, to find things. And so if I can offer that to someone else, I will. I would be happy to do that. So, okay, lots of chattering lately. Let's get dinner on the stove. As I mentioned, I do have an entire cook with me for this recipe. However, I'm just going to kind of go through it as I go. This is actually my cousin Susan's vodka sauce, and it is the best. I have to be honest, I don't think I ever make it exactly the same. Every single time it's a little bit different, but the kind of fundamentals are the same. So you start off with about 6 to 8 ounces of prosciutto. So that's what I've got here. And you just want to brown that up in your pan. So I just put a little bit of avocado oil. You could use extra virgin olive oil, which would probably be better, but I just always cook with avocado oil so that it doesn't smoke. Go ahead and have that browning. While that's cooking, you're just going to dice up a small yellow onion. I take the prosciutto out of the pan once it's cooked, put it to the side, and then I'll cook my onion in that same pan in the prosciutto fat renderings that are left in there. And you're just going to cook your onion until it's translucent, really fragrant, and it smells really good. So that's what we're going to do here. Just dice it up nice and small, get that cooking in your pan, and then you're going to add in your garlic. So this is really going to all depend on your palate and what you like. We love a lot of garlic here in my house, so I usually add like a good heaping tablespoon of minced garlic, but you can do, what works for you. I might have even put 2 in there, I'm not gonna lie. Go ahead and brown that up, stir it around again, make it really fragrant in your house. This is about the time my family starts poking around the corner. What's for dinner? What's for dinner? They do it all the time. So the recipe calls for 2 cups of white wine and 2 cups of vodka sauce. I actually only had 1 cup of white wine, so that's what I did. Make sure you turn off your burner when you put in your vodka, so that way you don't flambe your face while you're cooking. Turn it back on, bring that up to a good simmer, and I had that going in the background, letting that simmer for a good 10 to 15 minutes to cook off all of the alcohol. While that was simmering, I came over into my dining room, and we're going to get this cleaned up in here. Again, it's just kind of a dumping ground, putting everything where it goes, giving it a good wipe down. Of course, getting it nice and clean before we sit down to eat for dinner. Back over to our vodka sauce. You're going to open up a large can of crushed tomatoes. These are crushed tomatoes in basil. Go ahead and add those to your vodka and cooking wine, wine, just white wine, and stir that in. This is where it's going to start to smell super, super good. And then you're going to just season up your sauce. So I added a little garlic powder. I think I added crushed red pepper flakes. I think I might have put in a little bit of Italian seasoning. That was some fresh kosher salt. I did put in cracked pepper, just kind of whatever you like. I don't exactly remember the recipe here off the top of my head right now, but pretty sure it's Italian seasoning and crushed red pepper flakes are the most important. I might not have put garlic powder, actually. I don't see it there, so I actually might be lying to you. I may not have put that in. once we have that, you're going to add in your heavy cream. So I think the recipe calls for about a quart. I put in what I had left, which was about a little less than 2 cups. And I feel like that was perfect. It doesn't make it too creamy, but it gives it enough cream to make it a delicious creamy sauce. And then go ahead and let that come to a simmer. Put the top back on, let that simmer in the background. This is one of those sauces that you can just kind of have cooking for a while. I usually start cooking this about a good hour and a half before we eat dinner. So that way it's had time to simmer and come together, cook off all that alcohol, and it's delicious. I'm putting the prosciutto back into our sauce. And again, we're going to let that come to a simmer while we go work on something else in the house. I've also got my water coming to a boil there so that we can cook our pasta. You don't want to drop your pasta until your sauce is pretty much done, because you want to leave your pasta really al dente so that it absorbs a lot of your sauce, and it's just delicious. Danny says it's better the next day. I wholeheartedly agree. So good. We're going to go ahead and start working now here in the coffee bar. I'm just putting the Nespresso away. I have been loving that thing. I know I mentioned that I would only use it on the weekend, but that has been a lie. I have definitely used it a lot more than that. So we're going to have to find another spot for that so it doesn't just live in the cabinet here, because I would like to have it out so I can use it more often. But that may have to wait until we get the pantry done. I don't like having a ton of appliances out on the counter because I'd rather have decor. So I want to have space in my pantry for the air fryer so that I can put the Nespresso where the air fryer is now. So we'll see. We'll just move things around. It'll all happen eventually. Danny and I spent a bunch of time yesterday kind of mapping out the pantry again. We measured everything. I was on cabinets.com looking up drawers, and we're just trying to get a budget for it. So that's definitely going to be a summer project because we'll need the time, and I'll need the time to order the cabinets, but that's going to be such a great project, you guys. I cannot wait for that project. I think it's going to look great, but I'm also looking forward to having all that additional counter space, and I'm really excited about the design elements. So hope you guys are excited for that too. I grabbed this cute little mason jar when my mom was here. We got it at TJ Maxx. It's super cute. It's got a nice suction top lid, and I just thought it would look really cute here on the coffee bar for our collagen powders. So I'm going to go ahead and get that restocked. Coming back over to our dinner, we're going to go ahead and drop our pasta. Make sure that you season your water with a little bit of salt. And then I'm using penne tonight. You can use whatever kind of pasta you prefer. And I did about 2 pounds of pasta. Like I said, make sure you cook this al dente. So leave it just slightly undercooked so that when it's sitting with the pasta, or I'm sorry, with the vodka sauce, it absorbs some of that sauce. So you'll want to combine your sauce and your pasta before you serve it. Here's how we're looking. I'm just coming back in to stir everything up, and then we're going to add our last ingredient, which is some fresh Parmesan. So I'm just going to dump in a little bit of Parmesan cheese, give that another good mix. We'll drop it down to low. Once our pasta is done, we'll mix these together and it's ready to go. It's delicious. I served it with a little side salad and everybody was happy. It's everybody's favorite meal, and I ate it the rest of the week for lunch. I think I had it 3 days, so that was great. I'm just going to take some time now while that's finishing up to vacuum my entire house really quickly. I'm starting here with the Bee Life
cordless vacuum. This is a great little lightweight vacuum. However, it did end up dying because my kids had it upstairs, not plugged in. So when I was done, I did grab the Dyson to finish off the job.
Okay, my friends, that's gonna bring us to the end of this week's Sunday reset. I just finished vacuuming. The floor could really use a mop, but that's just not gonna happen tonight. I am exhausted. It's 7:30. We all just officially got the call that tomorrow we all have a 2-hour delay. Thank you. Because of all the snow today. It is insane. I'm gonna walk you out and I'll show you what the driveway looks like. Our sweet friend Josh, he lives across the street with my friend, he's married to my friend Stacy, and he has a plow, so he helped plow our driveway. We had to do it twice, and that was very helpful. Danny was doing the snow blower to get rid of like all the snow up towards the house. We definitely got at least like 14 inches to a foot. Like it was so much snow. And then it started to rain a little bit towards the end, so it kind of got like compounded. So tomorrow's gonna be fun. It's gonna be slippery, but I love a good snow day. So that was really enjoyable. I'm glad we were able to be home for that. So just would have been nice if it was tomorrow, so we could have had a snow day from school, but that's all right. It's one less day we have to make up. So I hope that you guys enjoyed coming along with me on this Sunday reset. I'm trying really hard to keep them just super relaxed, exactly what I would be doing. So they might seem a little bit repetitive, and I'm sorry, but while I was cleaning in here, like vacuuming, I was realizing what horrible shape my cabinets are in. Like they desperately need to be cleaned. So look for a deep clean of the kitchen coming up. I also just want to go through all my drawers and like purge a lot of things. Danny has been working on the basement, which has been great, and he's got a lot of storage down there. So things that I don't need all the time or need up here, I want to just move down there. So that is for a future video. Thank you guys so much for coming along with me today. Hopefully you found some motivation to get something on your list done, and until the next one, have a great day, my friends. See you soon. probably too dark to see anything out there, but especially now as the door fogs up. But they did plow our driveway, and Danny worked on oh man, this door just steamed up real quick, but tons and tons and tons of snow out there. So tomorrow should be a fun drive to work.